feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now the dish to Noel. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. For a long time, critics have gotten on Gay for his lack of efficiency, but he quieted some of those voices, Clark, last year with his play and stats.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, across the board, he made nice improvements, not only in his scoring, but also his ability to create shots for others.
And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college, missed his first full season with the Sixers, and like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of people wondered how would he bounce back from that knee, and I'd have to say it was pretty good. I mean, finished third in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
The Kings trail by 3, and McLemore kicks to AC. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Cousins, battles through traffic and lays it in. Cousins has got 6.
He's got so much junk in his trunk, he'll find a way to hurt you. And, you know, getting back to Nerlens Noel, if it weren't for the ACL tear, he may have been the first player drafted in 2K13. His 8 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game as a rookie show he has the talent.
Now here's Noel. 11 points for him in that last game against the Utah Jazz.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Butler kicks to AC. No one near him. And the shot is long.
And one thing to note about Nerlens Noel, last season, he was a thief. He averaged almost 2 steals a game as a rookie center. That tells me he has more than just quickness and length, guys. He has great anticipation and still one of the best motors I have ever seen.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league last season, and with all the draft picks they've stockpiled, they'll be the youngest team for a while, it seems. But if the youth can grow and develop, they could also be a force in a few years, too.
Kufis checked in for Quincy AC. Outside Butler. He feeds it to Cousins. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. The 76ers leading by 3. Iverson dishes to Grant. Grant with a screen on Butler. Iverson kicks to Grant.
A chance here to see how the Kings rank in the NBA right now. Second in three-point field goal percentage. Third in fewest turnovers per game. And they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
You know, you go back to their three-point field goal percentage, some true dead eyes on their roster, no doubt. And that's such a luxury offensively. They have been absolutely lights out.
And Grant drops them both. The Kings trail by 5. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And let's look at some league leaders. Big defense being played by these small forwards. They're leading their position in blocks over the last month. In 4th, Rudy Gay.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in our league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the interior.
Yeah, they really do make up the perfect blueprint of a strong defender at the 3 spot, combining the ability to defend on the floor and in the air.
The 76ers leading by 5. Passes it to Iverson. Shot on the wing, and the shot is good. Iverson's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
And the rejection by Noel. And the shot is good. McLemore's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Marshall. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. They set the pick. Iverson passes to Covington. From outside, off the mark. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to Golden State.
And when things started to go wrong for them in that game, boy, did they ever go wrong. They just could never get back on track in that game.
Greg, the problem to me was no consistency. Anytime they strung together a couple of baskets, they couldn't build on it.
Here's McLemore. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And now just a 3-point Philadelphia lead. The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Now Marshall. Iverson left side. Fires the three. Rebound by the Kings. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
Yeah, you know, that's right, Greg. Last season they split the series, and they may not be in the playoff conversation, but this still, for me, is an intriguing matchup.
And former Coach of the Year George Karl making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
Now here's Marshall. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Here's Butler. It's a 5-point game. He dishes it to Gay. And the Kings check on 2 more. And what a pickup to get a guy like Karl, Greg, on their bench. As you mentioned, he's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son, Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
Here's Butler. He averages about 5 points a game. Screen by Cousins. Butler kicks to Gay. Rebound by Marshall.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now here's Iverson. He's got 12. Shot clock at 6. Grant. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's Collison in for Caron Butler. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Boozer, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Landry comes in for Robert Covington. Tony Roten, he's checked in for Iverson. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Kendall Marshall.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterward.
Now, here is Landry. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Boozer can't get it to go.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
And it's good. And now just a 4-point 76ers lead.
You know, the Kings, I think, will look back and realize they made a dubious decision the way they handled that coaching change. I mean, lucky for them, they were able to right things, so to speak, by landing George Karl later on. Clearly one of the better coaches in NBA history.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Quincy Aces checked in for Costa Koufis. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Thompson, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Thompson dishes to Landry. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession.
Here's Bellinelli. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Easy the pass to Bellinelli. Sacramento moving it around. The drive by Collison. Stolen by Boozer. And now the 76ers on the break. Ahead. And Tony Roten with the slam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
And here's Collison. He has 7. The pass to Cauley-Stein. Stolen by Boozer. And here's the fast break. And Thompson kicks to Boozer. Feeds it to Cannon. Out to the wing. At the elbow, Boozer. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That free throw good from Boozer.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Here's Cannon. Bellinelli is covering. Landry dishes to Cannon. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Cauley-Stein.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Roten, the pass to Boozer. Landry kicks to Cannon. Pass to Roten. Just 4 to shoot. Thompson inside the line. Sacramento grabs the miss. 15 seconds left here in the second. Bellinelli dishes to Collison. Puts up a 3. Here's Cauley-Stein. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
That'll do it for the first half. 76ers lead by 7. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Karan, what do you take away from the first half of play as to what the team needs to do when you guys come out to start the second half?
So you got to come out with a lot of energy and just keep everybody involved, mentally on the court. Everybody be prepared to go out there, fulfill their role, and, win the ball game, whatever it takes.
Karan, thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. From the get-go, it was Philadelphia who came out strong. They put together some nice offensive stretches and at one point led by as many as 10. Most of their well-earned lead evaporated, though, as they ended up with just a 2-point lead at the end of one. Then, in a tight battle through the second quarter, they actually extended their advantage a little, heading into the half up by 7. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
The job their guys have done in the post have been terrific. If they get more of that production in the paint next half, they'll be very tough to beat. They're taking advantage of the late rotations, and they're going right inside and straight to the rim.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Sacramento?
Their lack of execution surprised me.
All right, that is going to